A night at sacrifice. Still not seeing who Sylvia meant, I lift my camera and use the zoom function. In a rare moment, the crowd between the bar and the dance floor part, and I catch a glimpse of the booth Sylvia meant. At one end sits a gothic Lolita. I've covered enough cosplay events on campus to know what all the lace and ribbons mean. 2 pigtails curl at either side of her head. What would a lowly girl be doing in a club like Sacrifice? Not their usual scene. She sits on the lap of a guy with black hair sticking out in messy spikes. He sports a silver hoop between his nostrils and several other piercings going up his ears. He leans in and whispers something to the girl, and she giggles, slapping him on the chest. I still don't see the guy Sylvia pointed out until I pan the camera more to the right. Damn, I say under my breath. There, at the far right side of the couch, sits a guy so gorgeous he defines the word. I zoom in to get an even closer look. Despite the dimly lit club, the light finds him. His tousled mess of blonde hair tumbled down in lazy curls around his face, where the hard angle of his jaw stops at a strong chin. His cheekbones stand high up on his face, and the upward sweep of his eyelashes cast his eyes in shadow, making it difficult for me to determine their color. The creasing of his brow and the thinning of his lips remind me of those classical paintings of avenging angels. Dark, mysterious, he fits Sacrifice's theme well. It doesn't help that he wears a half-unbuttoned shirt with a red necktie hanging down his shoulders and rolled-up sleeves like he began to dress only to get bored along the way. Or maybe he started undressing and stopped, teasing all who glance his way. The silver cross on a leather strap around his neck rests where his collarbones meet. A silver rod pokes out of his right eyebrow, and simple silver bands circle each finger. Then my gaze wanders to his tight jeans. He has his legs apart, like he's waiting for someone to sit on his lap. My throat dries up faster than leaves in summer. Muscles twitch in the arms he drapes over the top of the couch while he taps some rhythm with his fingers. He seems on edge despite his relaxed manner. Already, my camera loves him. I inhale swift and exhale slow like a sniper about to take the shot. My finger squeezes the shutter button. The way he stares at the dance floor, so focused, so predatory, makes me wonder what could catch his attention that way. It takes 3 more candid shots, him never moving other than his tapping, until I realize Sylvia is speaking to me. Travis! I reluctantly lower my camera. My full name never comes with good consequences. I blink my vision back at her, even if I want to spend the rest of the night taking his picture. Sweat covers my upper lip. I may have found my subject for the spring showcase. The only problem? I must find a way to convince him to be in my project. Something told me this won't be easy. By the way my heart beats in my ears, drowning out the music and Sylvia having a fit in front of me, I want it too much. I want him too much. This the guy you were saying? I show Sylvia the picture. This seems to pacify her because she slides closer, mesmerized like a moth to a flame. Royal Beaudry, she says with a moan like she tasted the most luscious chocolate before taking a long gulp of her cocktail. The name doesn't register. Sylvia must have noticed my blank expression because she continues, he's the bassist for Vicious. Still no pings of recognition. She slaps her thigh. Where have you been? It's weird that you haven't heard of them. Their songs are on the radio like every second. Of course I haven't heard of them. I like listening to country and I hardly keep up with current events. Name one? I asked to distract her. Okay, I have a name. Royal. Pretentious but somehow fitting. A bassist, part of a band I should know about. So he's famous. I slowly feel my chances of asking him to be my subject slip from my grasp. If he's someone famous, fat chance he'd say yes to a graduating photography student like me. I just about deflate when Sylvia mentions another one of their songs. Oh, I know that one! By accident. It played on the radio of the car I rode in earlier. I stare at the picture of him, then lift my gaze to where he sat. Disappointment is a fist to my chest. He's gone. What? Sylvia whips around in time to come face to face with a wall made of man. Whoa! She pushes at him. Watch it, buddy! Give me the camera, he demands. Big, beefy, bald, the 3 B's that makes up the quintessential bodyguard. I clutch my Canon closer to my chest, images of a past incident flicker, blurring my vision for a moment. And why would I do that? Despite her size, Sylvia comes between me and the mountain. We're here to cover sacrifice for our college paper. You don't have the right to take away my colleague's camera. Yeah, give it to him, Sylvie. Not that I can't take care of myself, but if Sylvia wants to play hero, I won't stand in her way. What seems to be the problem here? Asks someone in a feminine yet stern tone. The bodyguard moves aside to reveal the gothic Lolita. She stands at just about the same height as Sylvia, in heels too, but she possesses an older aura, even if she looks to be our age. She's been taking pictures, Baldy barks. Lolita's coal eyes land on me, then shift to my camera. As I was saying to the big guy, Sylvia diverts her attention to Lolita. My colleague and I are covering the opening of Sacrifice. For what paper? Lolita asks without taking her eyes off me. I clutch my camera like an extra appendage. In many ways it is. The scars on my body prove I'd rather die than lose it. The daily gossip, I say before Sylvia can answer. We study at Wexler. She tilts her head, crossing her arms. Okay, I quickly add. I get that the name of our paper sounds like a tabloid, but the Daily Gossip is a cool campus paper. The last part maybe only I believed, since Sylvia raises her eyebrow at me, but Lolita and the mountain don't have to know. No one speaks after that. Even in a noisy club, the silence among our group rings in my ears. Not waiting for the situation to get any more awkward, I plow forward with my own selfish intentions. You know, Royal. I say it more as a statement, but it comes out like a question. I'm Zara Travis, and I'm graduating this spring. I was wondering if Royal would be interested in... What would I be interested in? A quiet, sexy voice joins our group. The walls of my throat close, choking the rest of what I have to say. All eyes turn to Royal. Sylvia drops her empty glass. It bounces off the bodyguard's shoe and lands in a clatter, but doesn't break. Even with my height, I still look up at him. What are you doing here? Lolita admonishes. You should be backstage. One side of his lips comes up. God. Without the accordion brow, his face is all lit up. I have to physically stop the urge to lift my camera and start taking pictures of this man, and his eyes are a piercing blue that no dimness can hide. The kind that stretches over my mother's farm on clear days. Seeing him up close, I know I'd give any of my kidneys for a chance to take his picture in a formal shoot. We have 5 minutes. Chill, Raina. He tugs at one of her pigtails. Royal, Sylvia manages to say without drooling. I'm a big fan. Will you sign my boobs? Bypassing my petite colleague, Royal's intense gaze studies me. He reaches out and I flinch back. His fingers almost grazed my cheek and the thin white scar there. It's not as visible as it once was, but it still lingers. What the hell is the matter with him invading my personal space like that? Gothic Lolita, Raina, yanks Royal's arm down. I'm so sorry. Her whole demeanor changes. She goes from all business to panicky. My brother sometimes forgets his manners. He didn't mean anything about touching your... She bites her lower lip, maybe trying to keep herself from saying the wrong thing.